True North has just released a fantastic must-watch documentary called Calgary in Crisis, the tragic story of Alberta's drastic decline. If you haven't seen it already, you've got to check it out, and kudos to those at True North who put it together. Now, it's really just a coincidence that this documentary is being released now because it's been in the works for a number of months, long before the coronavirus was beginning to emerge in Canada. We all know, though, that COVID-19 has hit a lot of sectors very hard, including the oil and gas sector. And they're really facing existential questions right now as to which companies are really going to be able to survive all of this really awful stuff, many hardships. We know there are economic hardships being felt all across Canada, and yes, they are being acutely felt in Calgary and Alberta. But we, of course, know that these problems have been festering for a few years, prodded along, exacerbated by liberal government policy and by the ideological goals of climate alarmists who talk a big game about transitioning to a low-carbon economy and all of that. What they really mean is let's eliminate the oil sands, let's eliminate those jobs, let's bring hardship to that sector and to those individuals in it. Now, you would think that at a time like this, during the coronavirus, a time of international crisis, national economic collapse, that people would be able to put their ideological agendas behind them, just shelve them, just pause and time out just for a few months. Apparently no, though. Justin Trudeau was asked, are you gonna pause the April 1st carbon tax increase? And he said he wouldn't. He refused, and he went ahead with it anyway. But that's just the small point of all of this. There are already voices out there, and I'm not just talking about random nameless Twitter accounts, but activists, people associated with organizations such as Greenpeace and others who are saying, now is our chance to strike. There is opportunity in crisis, and we want to full on bring our climate alarmism to transition the economy now. We see an opening for all of this. And they're going to use a lot of nice words, again, talking about how, yes, we can create some jobs out of all of this. But what they really mean is that they smell an opportunity to bring a death knell to the oil and gas sector, to take it out once and for all. And I've been reading a number of cagily worded interviews in a number of news outlets with various different activists. That is really what they are saying. That is the subtext of their language. It's really unfortunate and shameful that we're seeing this, because when coronavirus is behind us, we're actually going to need to look at how we get our energy, the need for domestic supplies when it comes to medicine, when it comes to manufacturing, when it comes to the food system. All of the global supply chain is going to be sort of challenged and questioned. A lot of our assumptions are going to be challenged. That includes energy, and it's going to be more important to have homegrown energy after this than ever before. But we're also going to have to pay attention to the climate activism, and we're going to have to say no thank you. And more Canadians are going to have to wake up to just what they're doing and what they're trying to do right now, trying to use this crisis to further their agenda.